Hello and welcome. Today we have a question on the board and we're asked to find the values of x and y. Let us begin with the solution to this question. We have that x plus y is equal to 6 and then xy is equal to 36. This is our equation 1 and this is our equation 2. Let us derive one more equation from one of these equations. We're going to select equation 1 and rewrite equation 1 so that we can get a separate equation from that. If we move x over to the right hand side from the left hand side, we get y equals 6 minus x. This is our equation 3. Now, wherever we find y on equation 2, we replace it with 6 minus x. Let's go ahead and do that. So we have 6 minus x equals 36. Expanding the bracket, we have 6x minus x squared equals 36. We rewrite this, we have plus 6x equals 36. Now, if we move 36 from the right hand side to the left hand side, we have minus x squared plus 6x minus 36 equals 0. Now, in order to make the x squared have a positive sign, we can multiply through by minus 1. Now, this becomes x squared minus 6x plus 36 is equal to 0. Now, this is our quadratic equation. So we have, what numbers can we multiply together to get 36? And then when we add, we get minus 6. 9 times 4 is 36. Minus minus will give us minus 13. If we multiply, we get positive 36, but minus 13 is not what we want. Positive 9 minus 4 will give us minus 36, which is not what we want. And 9 minus 4 will give us 5, which is not what we want. 6 times 6, 36, that's not working. 12 times 3. 12 minus 3 is going to give us 9, which is not what we have in the middle. And if we multiply, we'll get minus 36. That's not what we want. Minus minus, positive 36. But when we add, we get minus 15. So that's not working. So what we need to do is employ the quadratic formula that states that minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Now, from this, plus c equals 0. If we match this side by side, we can see that our a is equal to 1, which is not, visible there, but there is a 1 there. Our b becomes minus 6, and then our c is equal to 36. So now we're going to plug in the values of a, b, and c into our quadratic formula. And this becomes minus b is minus 6 plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 6 squared minus 4. A is 1, c is 36. All divided by 2 times 1, since a is 1. So our x now is equal to minus times minus will give us positive 6. And that's just going to be 6 plus or minus the root of minus 6 squared is 36 minus 6 times 4 is 24. 2. 4 times 3 is 12. 13, 14 divided by 2. Now x is equal to 6 plus or minus 144 minus 36 will give us 14 from 6 is 8. 3 minus 3 is 0. And then we have 108. So here we have the root of minus 108 divided by 2. So how can we rewrite 108 such that, we can just break it down into, a smaller form? We're going to do that in just a second. This is the same thing as root of minus 1 times the root of 108 divided by 2. Now, if we carry on with what we have here, we have that 108 divided by 2, that would be 54. 2 here is what? 27. 3 here is 3. Sorry, 9. 3 here is 3. 3 here is 1. So now we have 2. Now we have 2 times 2. Sorry, we have 4. 3 times 3, we have 9. So 9 times 4 is 36. And we have just 3. So 36 and 3. So 36 and 3 will do the trick for us. So we have x is equal to 6 plus or minus square root of minus 1 square root of 36 times square root of 3, all divided by 2. Now we know that the imaginary number squared is equal to minus 1. And to get I, we supply square root to both sides. That cancels out because square root is the same thing as raised to power half. So that 2 will be multiplying this and then cancel out. So the I is equal to the root of minus 1. So wherever there is a square root of minus 1, you represent it with I. Right, so let's proceed. X now is equal to 6 plus or minus I. Root of 36 is 6, because 6 times 6 is 36. 6 squared is 36. Root of 36 is equal to 6. Root 3 divided by 2. So now let's rewrite this in a different form. Same thing as 6 over 2 plus or minus I 6 root 3 divided by 2. Therefore, x1 is equal to, this is 3, break this down, this is also 3. So we have 3 plus, we have 3 plus I 3 root 3, and x2 is equal to 3 minus I 3 root 3. Okay. So we have our values for x1 and x2. Now we need to recall that Our equation 3 states that y is equal to 6 minus x. Y is 6 minus x. Y is equal to 6 minus x. Now we have that x1 is equal to 3 plus I, 3 root 3. And we have that x2 is equal to 3 minus I, 3 root 3. We're going to try to solve this simultaneously, like side by side. That's what I mean. Now, y1 is now equal to 6 minus x value is 3 plus I, 3 root 3. Now, for y2, we have 6 minus x value is 3 minus I, 3 root 3. So now let's open up the bracket. Y1 now is equal to 6. The minus will multiply through everything we have in the bracket. It becomes minus 3. Minus times positive will give us minus I, 3 root 3. We'll go over to y2 when we have 6. Minus multiplies everything we have in the bracket. Now it becomes minus 3. Minus times minus will give us positive I, 3 root 3. We'll come over to y1 and we have 6 minus 3 is 3 minus I, 3 root 3. And we come over to y2. 6 minus 3 is 3 plus I, 3 root 3. Okay, so now these are the values of y1 and y2. So therefore, x1 is equal to 3 plus I, 3 root 3. And y1 is equal to 3 minus I, 3 root 3. x2 is equal to 3 minus I, 3 root 3. And y2 is equal to 3 plus I, 3 root 3. These four answers are the answers to our question. But now we need to verify, just to make sure that our answers are correct. We have that x plus y is equal to, what is it? X plus y is equal to 6. And then xy is 36. X plus y is equal to 6. And xy is equal to 36. Now let's use the second answer, x2 and y2. Doesn't matter, we can as well use x1 and y1, but let's use x2 and y2. Now, for equation 1, let's see if equation 1 is correct if we plug in the values of x2 and y2. x2x is 3 minus I, 3 root 3, plus 3, which is y2, plus I, 3 root 3. And we're trying to see if this is going to be equal to 6. So we have 3 minus I, 3 root 3, plus, because this is a plus sign, plus multiplies through. Opening up the bracket, we'll have 3 plus I, 3 root 3. Let's see if this is going to be equal to 6. We have minus I, 3 root 3. We have plus I, 3 root 3. They cancel out. We just have 3 plus 3 as what is remaining. And if we add 3 and 3 together, we get 6. Therefore, we can see that the left-hand side of this equation 1 is equal to the right-hand side. Now, if we go to equation 2 that states that xy is equal to 36, let us see if we're going to get the same value. So let's plug in the value of x, which is 3 minus I 3 root 3 multiplied by 3 plus I 3 root 3. We're trying to see if that's equal to 36. Where is it? y2, 3 plus I 3 root 3. Now let's multiply through. Well, we can see this is a difference of two squares, right? A minus b, a plus b, right? So if we use the difference of two squares, a squared minus b squared, our a is 3, and our b is I 3 root 3, right? So if we multiply through, we have 3 squared minus I 3 root 3. Now, 3 squared is 9 minus, this is squared. So now our I squared is, earlier we said our I squared is equal to what? Minus 1. So I squared is minus 1 times 3 root 3 squared. It's the same thing as 3 times 3 times root 3 times root 3. 3 times 3 is 9. Root 3 times root 3 is 3. And 9 times 3 is 27. So 3 root 3 is the same thing as 3 times 3, 9 times 3, which is 27. Now we have 9 minus 27. Okay? All this is equal to 36. Now, let's just wipe off some of this. Now, 9 plus 27 is what we have left. And we can see that when we add 9 and 27, we get 36. Therefore, the left-hand side is equal to the right-hand side. So automatically, this means that our values, the 4 values that we got for x and y, x1, y1, x2, y2, are correct. So if you've enjoyed watching this video and you'd like to see more videos like this, do not hesitate to subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching today, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care and bye-bye.